YouTube, and Facebook. And if you're joining me this morning, that's awesome. I'll be giving everybody a link in a few minutes. We're just going to go get your coffees or teas and something that you want to take a load off for a little bit, sit down and follow along with the coffee news with me. Enjoy. We'll see you soon. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Good morning, everyone. I'm so glad you chose to join me this morning. Coffee News, the fabulous, fun paper, will be back in your hands before the beginning of October at your favorite restaurants. As you know, Coffee News is the largest restaurant publication in the world, and I am privileged and happy to be able to bring it to Niagara, St. Catharines, Thorold, and Niagara-on-the-Lake. And we're so glad you're with us this morning because we like to promote local businesses and give our community and everybody, I'm part of the community, something fun to do. Some fun stories, jokes, trivia, things that make you smile and keep you happy. And well, gosh knows, with all the stress and everything we're under right now, we need lots of happy and relaxing. So I hope you have your coffee or tea. I like to put a stick of cinnamon in mine. And your favorite mug, maybe. This one reminds me of, the cottage. So yeah, but I'm here in my office at home. Like a lot of you will be working from home. And if you've got your kids with you, that's awesome too, because the Coffee News is lots of fun for everybody. And it's so great when I get the returns back and they're colored in. I love to see that when kids have been coloring them and that. But when we start publishing again at the end of this month, we want you to make sure that you take your coffee news with you, because we don't want to leave it around for somebody else to pick up or for the staff at the restaurants to have to throw away. So please pick up your coffee news and take it home with you. Let the kids color it. Help. It's a great reading opportunity because they're short stories, easy to read, and then you can always use it as a tool in your schooling, or if you're doing the at-home school stuff, you can use it as a tool to let your kids go and look up the stories that are in the coffee news. So you can go see the coffee news even today, right now, on stccoffeenews.com. I'm going to type that into the comment here, www.stc for St. Catharines, coffeenews.com. And so if you're running your business from home, or if you're at a brick and mortar, we want to help promote you. All right, so here we go. St. Catharines Coffee News /online. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to bring in the coffee news with me here, and I'm going to start reading the coffee news with you. So let's enjoy what we've got here. It is September 8th. Wait, September 9th. My bad. But the September 7th edition of the Coffee News, because as you may know, we publish the Coffee News every Monday. So it's a brand spanking new Coffee News for you to enjoy. All right, so let's get to it here. Our paper this week is sponsored by the lovely ladies at AM Design and Decor. So let's start reading here. Rare street artist. Finding artists in public places who will draw caricatures of visitors is relatively common. We have some in Niagara that you may know. She comes out to all the networking groups, and when we're networking outside in person, so you may have seen her. However, discovering a sculptor who will mold a likeness into clay is harder to come across. In Changsha, in China's Hunan province, a sculptor named Yan Yunhai, or Junhai, I hope some of these names, they're difficult, does exactly that. Having learned to sculpt at a young age, he uses his hands and a sculpting knife to create realistic busts of people he sees. As it is so rare to find someone like him on the street, visitors to Changsha might want to try to find him so he can make a souvenir for them to take home and show friends. Isn't that a unique idea? You know, businesses are created by people who have vision, dreams, and ideas of what they want to do. So here's a person who has a skill and uses it. So absolutely. I want to thank all of our partners and advertisers. If you are not one of them, that's okay. We still want you as a guest on the show so that I can help promote your business. Because as I always say, 97% of all businesses in the Niagara region are micro to small businesses, and if we are each other's customers. So let's support each other and get on with the next story. No rolling over. Paul Lavery and Jen Scott, his partner, didn't think their lovable dachshund Harlow, I know I got that right, Harlow, would ever learn any doggy tricks. They tried for years with no luck to teach him to sit or roll over. Then one day, Lavery from Belfast, Northern Ireland, put a toy on Arlso's head. Lo and behold, the little critter carefully balanced it, keeping it there for quite some time. The couple gave their pet many more opportunities to balance things on his head, such as full glasses of water, donuts, and gingerbread men. As they posted photos on social media, Harlso has an impressive following of admirers. Now, there is something to look up with your kids. Let's face it, when we look at this story alone, we get to learn about where Belfast, Northern Ireland is, and it's in a fun way. So yeah, geography, woohoo! Okay, so if you have a pet that you need sitting, Anita is the person you want to call. She's awesome, and if you offer services like that, let's get the word out. I will put the link back up here. So if you're interested in being a guest on the show, here's the link. And if you're feeling a little stressed, this is why Coffee News exists, to give you a little relax. So glad you're here with me. If you are watching right now, please let me know. Say hi in the comments. Tell me, what is your favorite part of Coffee News? Is it the everybody's talking stories? Is it the trivia? Is it the what's happening, the local events? Is it the quotes? Is it the jokes in the section that's called, oh gosh, it's just gone out of my head, but we'll get to it. On the lighter side, that's it, on the lighter side. So tell me in the comments what your favorite section of the Coffee News is. And let's get to our next story here. Fake mayor. This sounds interesting. Now I'm going to try to pronounce this. You can help me along here. Pichaclaco, a town in Chiapas, Mexico, has become known for its cutout mayor. Mayor Moise Aguilar Torres must be quite a busy man. Rather than attending an event at a health service organization, he sent a large cardboard cutout of himself instead. Sounds like something somebody else would do. As Torres was once a nurse, it was disappointing to the health service staff because they wanted to meet him. Instead, they had to suffice with a photo of themselves standing next to the cutout figure. Photos of the event have been circulated on social media. Some are critical about it, others find it humorous. If anything, it's peculiar. That's for sure. Okay. Now let's see. And again, if you want to be a guest on the show, there's that link right there. Follow that and you can join me. And if you're watching us on the replay, comment, please. Tell us what your favorite part of the Coffee News is. And I do answer all the comments for all the shows. You can go back and watch our interviews with so many great people. And we've got some wonderful people coming up. I've got 2 guests, usually 2 or 3 guests. This week, we've had some issues that could not be avoided. So you've just got me today. But that's why I'm inviting you on to join me on the show, because I don't like being here alone. Okay. And if you know a really good lawyer who would like to be in the Coffee News, please let me know. We're also looking for a private investigator. So put your Sherlock Holmes hats on and find us a private investigator to go into the coffee news. Now, this space here will be miraculously filled by our favorite radio stations, The River, Niagara 105.1. Not to say that we don't have other great radio stations. We do. We have such a blessing of wonderful things to listen to that are local. 101.1 More FM. Last week, we spoke with Scott Lunn, who's it's the general manager of these stations, and had a little bit of an in-depth conversation about the stations. And there's some exciting news that's coming out this week. So be on your guard. Listen to those stations. I actually really love the morning people that they have on the river. They're funny, they're talented, and they're local, which is really, really nice. So the other thing I never thought I'd like it, was the John Tesh Show. I've learned so much. I can guarantee if you listen in, you will learn something that you never knew before. Just like reading the coffee news. Isn't that funny? I know I'm bad. I'm not a comedian at all. All right, so our next story, crazy crows. A man named Monahan rescued 2 baby crows, but the mother didn't like him touching her hatchlings. Mohanan, a tractor driver in Wayanad, India. I know I totally messed that up, but found the hatchlings under his vehicle and gently placed them on the side of the road. Now a murder of crows, who must be a part of the mother's group, cackle loudly and fly at Mohanan every time he comes by the area. They don't bother anyone else. The driver has tried disguising himself, but to no avail. Somehow the crows can identify him. He has to carry a stick to ward them off, but he manages to laugh about this curious avian behavior. Now, I love birds, and I consider myself a closet birder. If you are a birder and love birds, what's your favorite? We certainly have got a lot of birds in our area, and I love listening to them. Sometimes I'll just open my window here and listen to them. And then my cat gets really excited and watches them and frustrated because he can't get outside. But I know there have been bald eagles spotted in Niagara-on-the-Lake. If you are familiar with those pair of bald eagles, please comment and let us know, because we'd love to see if you've got some good pictures of them. We'd love to share those on our Facebook page and maybe even interview you about what you see when you see them. I know there are so many beautiful birds in Dufferin Islands. There's a great group on Facebook for the Friends of Dufferin Island, and they always share beautiful pictures of the birds there. And so, yeah, if you've noticed some curious behavior of birds, we'd love to hear about it. Into service, Chris. He is the one that you need for parging, chimney repairs, wet basements, foundation repairs, and cracks. He is way too busy to come on the show. However, he's not too busy for your business. And so you should reach out to Chris, and he will help you with all of those things. All right. And of course, we had Rachel on the show from Clean with Bear. I've got a friend coming around my back here to help me because I opened the window and now he wants to see the birds. And I'll show you. And his name is Casper. Casper, say hello. Nope, too busy with the birds. Okay. We got Casper just in June from the Humane Society, from the Lincoln County Humane Society, and he had been, sadly, abandoned in an apartment. When somebody moved out, he had been left behind. Humane Society picked up the poor little scared kitty, and we ended up adopting him not too much longer after. He's a very loving cat. We hit a gold mine with adopting this cat, and so check out the Lincoln County Humane Society for your next rescue or pet. All right, we're getting into our quotes, and I would love to hear your favorite quotes. One of my favorite quotes, I have a lot, but one of my favorite quotes is, if you always do what you always did, you'll always get what you always got. Break out, do something new, see what happens. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. Don't be afraid to be wrong, because that's just normal. It's okay to be wrong. You always learn something when you make a mistake. So, but yeah, so give me your favorite quote in the comments, and I will absolutely respond to every comment that's there. All right, we have, what loneliness is more lonely than distrust? I get that now. I had to read it again in my head. What loneliness is more lonely than distrust? You do feel lonely when you don't trust somebody, don't you? These are when we're talking with somebody and we don't trust them, you do feel lonely. So, yeah, good quote there from George Eliot. Patience and perspective. Oh, no, patience and perseverance have a magical effect before which difficulties disappear and obstacles vanish. John Quincy Adams. Love that, because one of my favorite things to do is to eliminate or overcome obstacles. And I love helping other people eliminate and overcome those obstacles too. Make them stepping stones. That's another quote. To use your obstacles as stepping stones. They're not going to stop you from doing what you want to do or what you need to do. As long as it's right, make sure you're always doing the right thing. Then nothing can stop you. My grandfather used to say, nothing is impossible. Improbable, but not impossible. So, your favorite quote, I'm really looking forward to seeing in our comments. So here's our favorite denture place. Haven, Hayes, and Vivian there are wonderful. Ange and her daughter are nurses who will help you with your feet. And Santino, oh my gosh, if you need any printing, any signs, any apparel, this is the place to go first. Not to say you shouldn't get quotes and that there are some great places around, but honestly, in my experience, Santino is a very trustworthy, great businessman who is local and will help you. You know, when we talk about local businesses, I know it's gone around the Facebook groups a lot, and that ordering things from Amazon, a lot of us, you can't find some things elsewhere, right? Some of the things we just don't have locally, and you do have to order them online. However, when you can get it locally, when it's sourced locally, those local businesses are the ones that help in our community. Now, somebody's getting a roof done or something, so I'm going to close this again. And so when you support local businesses, those local businesses are the ones that support our little sports teams, our youth events, all the things that are going on in the community. Businesses support those. And without those businesses, we wouldn't have those supports. Google does not support your local business on a local grassroots level. So make sure you get out there and visit some of the local businesses or call them. So there are lots of local events. I have got them on the paper and in our calendar online. So you should check that out at stccoffeenews.com. We have a business networking referral Zoom meeting every Thursday morning for businesses that are interested. And you do need to register, though. So please call that number and be a visitor at one. No commitment. Come see how it works. We'd love to tell you more. All right. Support our Coffee News advertisers and partners. They are out there for you. And we do have lots of contests. So we have lots of prizes for people that enter the contest. And so don't hesitate. We've got contest prizes that are upwards of $100 in value that you will absolutely love. Some spa ones when things are even better, and some edible arrangements and some marble slabs. So don't miss out. And I'm going to have to scroll here for a second. So I'm just hiding that just for a minute there. I'm going to put up hey, if you're joining us again, please say hi in the quotes. Be a guest on the show. I'd love to chat with you about what your business is, or what your favorite restaurant is, or what your favorite games are to play. Or you could join me in the trivia challenge right now. Okay. So okay, let's get back to this now. The trivia. Let's see what we've got. Hi, Amy. So good to see you. Glad you're here. If you, I know there, whoops, wait a second. Let's get your comment back up here. There we go. Amy from the Pump House. We had a great interview a few weeks ago, and so much going on there. If you love art, and they have outdoor art, it's amazing. They do so much. So don't miss out on that. Amy, thanks for being here with us. All right, our next step in the coffee news is I'm going to have a sip of my coffee before I get started on this. And if you have a tea or coffee, what's your favorite beverage? Tell me. I love white tea. That's my favorite. What's your favorite? Okay. The first of our trivia questions is The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum was published in 1900, 1920, or 1940s. If you know the answer, put it in the comments, because if you get all 5 answers correct, you will be entered to win a prize. Okay, so when do you think it was? What type of character, trivia question 2, is said to live in a bottle? What type of character is said to live in a bottle? Trivia question number 3. A schnoz refers to a comedian, a type of beverage, or a nose. What is a schnoz? In British currency, what is a quid? That's trivia question number 4. What is a quid? Cryptozoology. Trivia question number 5. Cryptozoology is the study of what? What is cryptozoology the study of? So if you know the answers to those 5 questions, make sure you put them in the comments. Okay. Moving on, and Emily, our wonderful cleaner at Fresh Start Green Cleaning, and Stephanie and her husband Jason, Dr. Stephanie and Dr. Jason at Gray Chiropractic. Please tell them that you heard about them here on the Coffee News, because we love them. She keeps me standing upright. That's just the way it is. I have back problems, and she helps me get through every day. Alrighty. And if you like games, you know we have our games here: Sudoku, Word Find, Crossword, and Magic Pages. And don't forget to visit Kia of St. Catharines on Ontario Street. Say hi to Cam for me, and tell him you saw their special deal in the Coffee News. $500 off a new car purchase. You get best deals with Coffee News. And okay, well, we have so many great businesses in the local area. I would really, really, really love to mention yours in our show. All right, our next section is Did You Know? Did you know? The Canadian Music Hall of Fame is located at Studio Bell in Calgary, Alberta. The building also houses the Canadian Country Music Hall of Fame, along with studios, performance spaces, and a large collection of instruments, musical instruments. All right. And aromatic scent. Did you know? Trees of Boswellia sacra, which grow in Oman, Yemen, and the Horn of Africa, are the source of sap, which, when dried, becomes frankincense. I did not know that. For centuries, this aromatic sap has had many uses. So this is one of those wonderful parts of the Coffee News that will help you explore. And if you've got your kids at home, help them explore different things. Not only are they learning about the world, but you're teaching them how to learn. Not just the interesting stuff that they'll learn, but how to research it, how to look up anything. You got this. All right. Princely Award. Did you know? American musician Prince and his band, The Revolution, released their Purple Rain album in 1984. This was Prince's 6th studio album, which was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 2011. And another, did you know? Did you know Prince was a Jehovah's Witness? You can look that up too. Okay, needlework, one of my favorite things to do. But did you know there are numerous species of porcupine, but all have coats covered with quills that are as sharp as needles? The quills lie flat, unless the animal feels threatened. Then they stand up as the porcupine attempts to scare away the predator. I have never, thankfully, had an encounter with a porcupine, but if you have, tell us about it. Tell us your story in the comments. And sea and sand. Did you know the North African country of Tunisia is bordered to the north and east by the Mediterranean Sea? It is also home to part of the Sahara Desert, and adventurous visitors can book treks using camels as transportation. Actually, I did know that, and I've actually have a couple of friends who have pictures that they've come back. They've done this. They've ridden the camels on the desert, and it's really exciting. You can also do it in Egypt. So I want to thank you, all of our readers, for voting us the best advertising marketing company of 2019. We are hopefully still in the running for the 2020 Reader's Choice Awards. And that being said, you can start voting for your favorite businesses on September 10th. Just go to the St. Catharines Standard and look up their Reader's Choice Awards page. You can also find that for Welland and Niagara Falls. And yeah, go in there. And the nominations were happening in June and July. So now the voting is taking place. So get in there and vote for your favorite businesses. So many lovely things to think about. I know it's a gray day, but it's cool. It's not so blazing hot that I can't breathe. Can't deal with humidity. If you're the same as me, feel your pain. Okay, now our funny stuff. On the lighter side, the coffee news jokes. They're bad. That's why they're so good. Sign on a wishing well. Wish carefully. No refunds. Fisherman, where can I find the most fish? Guide, between the head and the tail. How many 16-year-olds does it take to change a light bulb? Whatever. I've had 6 16-year-olds, so yes. Why isn't phonetic spelled the way it sounds? Patron, how many reference librarians does it take to screw in a light bulb? Librarian. I don't know. I'll have to check on that and get back to you. If you have a favorite joke, a funny one-liner, or something that is clean and funny, please share it with us in the comments. And I would be delighted to share it with our readers, and thank you for your contribution. So again, if you are watching us on YouTube or Facebook, say hi in the comments. Let us know you're here. And if you're watching on the replay, say replay and let me know when, and I will say hi and answer your questions, anything at all. We love to support local businesses, local restaurants especially, and our readers. We want to make sure you have something fun to read that lifts you out of the doom and gloom that we sometimes feel. Don't let anxiety be your friend. Kick it out the door. All right. Thank you for being with me. I'm going to slide through all our wonderful sponsors. If you haven't downloaded your free audiobook from Sunil Tulsiani. You should do that. That QR code there, the success secret, his story is amazing. You can learn a lot, and if you, now there's so many things that we can do. The options are unlimited. Don't limit yourself. Okay, and if you want some delicious meats, Doug's Quality Meats on Lakeport Road in St. Catharines is where you want to go. Say hi to Doug for me and tell him you heard about them from the Coffee News. And of course, our wonderful estate sales, Niagara.com. Cassie, who runs these fabulous home estate sales. Don't miss your opportunity. If you're looking for anything in your home or outside, garden, yard stuff, you need to check out these auctions. Auctions.estatesalesniagara.com. If you click on the link, on the image in the Coffee News on the page, on the online edition, it will take you to, all of them will take you to the website of the business. So they're not static images. When you are in this, we are promoting you. You can click on that, and just seems to be a little slow today. But, aha, there it goes. And you can, let's see what's happening over at auctions at the Estate Sales Niagara. Let's see. Upcoming auctions. Oh, a downsizing auction in Port Dalhousie. There are 9 hours left on this one. You want to get in and see that one. This one here, a storage unit, a weekly storage locker clear out in St. Catharines. 1 day, 9 hours left on that one. So there are 2 excellent auctions for you to check out. 106 items in the downsizing one, and 104 items in the storage locker one. So you want good stuff, or you're starting out for the first time and need all of the basics, you will find them here, and you will not be disappointed at all. All right, so jumping back over here, please subscribe to get the Coffee News in your email every week. It's my Sunday night pastime is to make sure I mail it out. This week with the holiday, I did mail it out on Monday, but generally every Sunday it is emailed right to you, so you can get your great dose of Coffee News. And like us on Facebook, because we like you. And thank you to all of our advertisers. Let's make sure we get everybody in there. Tender Wishes Foundation, they always take donations. J&L Flooring, I'm hoping to do a show from J&L Flooring one morning. I'm going to try to arrange to set up, and we'll look at all the different products that he has for your floors. Stone Road Pharmacy, tell Julie you saw her in the Coffee News and that Gail sent you. You won't be disappointed there either. And say thank you to the advertisers for all that they do for our communities. And that's it for today. Thank you for joining me. And here I will have our fabulous, oh, that's the wrong one. Our credits here. Did I do that backwards? No. Hold on. There it is. Okay. Some days technology and I don't get along. But thank you again for joining us. Please watch our credits. You can see all the businesses that help make it possible and support our communities. And have a lovely day.